They want y'all to forget, so I'm going to remind you. Any energy that needs to siphon from you or take anything from you, by definition, cannot be stronger than you.
Let's talk about ascension symptoms, bruh. So when I talk about ascension symptoms, if you don't know what ascension is, it's basically when your consciousness raises or the vibration of the earth raises and your vibration raises with it. So
there are 11 surprising physical symptoms of a spiritual awakening. Many are called family, but few are chosen. And I believe there is a mass spiritual awakening that's happening right now. Understanding that life is so much more than what we see. And when we decide to jump into that world, there's
Awaken, remember, rise with Yogi Butterflies. It's your girl Blue, here to serve you love, light, and truth. In today's video, we're going to talk about spiritual ascension symptoms. Now, I went down this rabbit hole because I just recently got over my own cold, but it didn't really feel like a cold. So I really wanted to understand what this was, how is it that it can even happen, and why it's happening, because I have been really digging deep into my shadow work. So if this is also you, hopefully these clips can help you. Let's get into the video.
Y'all been nauseous for no reason lately? Ladies, I know this probably gave you the jump scare you didn't need. More than likely, you're not pregnant, you just experiencing ascension symptom. I know it's not just the females experiencing this, because a lot of my male mentees came to me and said, yeah, why the hell am I nauseous? So yeah, a lot of people is feeling the same way right now. I mean, real shit, I could be sitting on the couch and it feel like I'm on a damn roller coaster sometimes. I gotta brace myself. What I realize is this is our solar plexus chakra that's purging old power dynamics. Control, that shame, that guilt, even that I gotta be everything for everybody. That hero, Captain Save-A-Ho mindset. Your energy is realigning, your spirit is reclaiming authority over your life. What's happening is your stomach is literally rejecting any bullshit. You can't digest the fake shit no more, not in food nor in people. Our physical vessels is trying to process the light codes that we hold, the DNA and RNA activation, and all of these emotional upgrades. Our body's like, hold up, what the fuck is this new frequency? Ain't never been here before. Solar plexus governs willpower and confidence. Your personal power is being rebooted. If you've been suppressing emotions, carrying trauma, holding guilt, people pleasing, the energy is trying to purge out. As you continue ascending, even when you walk into spaces that does not align with your soul's purpose anymore, you might get that feeling of nausea. This is why it's important to learn the rhythm and flow of your own body. Spirit, your soul, your highest self, God, whatever you want to call it, is always dropping breadcrumbs, always letting you know what's tea. So if something is not aligned, you may experience something like nausea. Don't be surprised if you just scrolling on your phone. You might walk into a store, boom, nausea out of nowhere. It's like energetic rejection. What can you do when this happens? Drink you some lemon and ginger water. Do some breath work for sure. Slow inhales, loud exhale. Cut those damn energetic cords. They ain't serving you no more good. Call back all your power. Hear me clearly when I say this. Stop forcing alignment. You keep feeling sick around certain people, places, even things, even content that you engaging in. Stop. Trust that feeling the first time. Because the feeling is the warning. What comes after that is up to you, because you decided to go through with it even though your body is telling you no. Last but not least, you can do the ancestral pose, which is laying on your belly. Grounding pressure to the gut calms the nervous system. Above all, get your ass outside and plant your feet in that ground. Watch how fast them symptoms subside. I ain't telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. A lot of people not feeling sick. You just feeling what's leaving, what's not serving you anymore, and that's cool. Too high frequency now to be digesting these low ass vibrations. Purging ain't always bad. It's actually necessary. Make sure y'all get in them comments and let me know your thoughts. Have you been experiencing nausea lately? If so, now you know what to do. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Why did they change the Holy Trinity from Mother, Father, Child to Father, Son, Holy Spirit?
Oh, well, because they know male and female are not just genders.
What?
They're actually sacred energetic currents, and you need both of them to turn on the power. Ones and O's. Look at it this way. Masculine principle is thought, direction, structure, and logic. Think about electricity. The hot wire carries active electrical charge. It's what starts the circuit. It's the spark. So red is male, but blue is the female color. They switch those on us too.
Motherfucker.
The neutral wire is the feminine current. It means spirit, which means breath. Without the hot wire, there is no impulse, but on its own, it's unstable. The neutral wire completes the circuit by returning the energy back to source. And this is the feminine principle: reception, flow, intuition, breath. She receives what the masculine sends and guides it home. So you see, it's the feminine current that actually grounds, softens, and balances the masculine. And without her, energy has no safe return.
Hello.
And you still have one more wire, which is the ground wire, the body, the child, manifestation. It receives energy from the masculine and the feminine and expresses it into form.
So you're saying women were purposely removed from the creation story in order to cut off the electricity, the power that runs through a trinity?
All three must be present and in harmony for electricity to flow safely. If one is missing, it becomes dangerous. A hot wire with no neutral, you can get overload, shock, burnout. It's a dangerous current. And neutral with no hot wire, you get stagnancy. There's reception, but no direction. So in the Trinity, the body is the ground, and no ground equals no safety.
What? The mother was replaced in order to create a disconnect between the energy flow?
And replaced her with a ghost, and then made the Trinity a loop of masculine energy, Father, Son, and then Father again. So everybody prays to the Father, which means they're praying to masculine energy.
That makes so much sense.
The patriarchy couldn't control creation if the womb was central, so they erased the mother. But creation doesn't work like that. Life requires polarity, flow, synergy.
What kind of world do we live in?
It's unsustainable. This is exactly what Sophia Stewart wrote about in her book, The Third Eye. You know, the one they stole and turned into the Matrix, which actually means womb in Latin.
This really is a matrix.
Morpheus is divine masculine, Trinity is divine feminine, and Neo is the awakened body, the manifested child. Neo could not waken without Morpheus and Trinity, and so they named her Trinity to show you that it takes three.
So this whole time, Trinity's name was actually on purpose? Wow, I wonder what her version would have been like.
This isn't a movie. The body is actually the child of spirit and mind. And this is probably why there's a war on gender and forcing people to identify, when actually the sacred currents are in both male and female. When the woman restores her place in the universe and her balance is restored, then we'll have electricity. And when those two currents are in balance, creation returns to its original order. That's what turns the power on.
How do you know all this shit?
Well, when I began healing and releasing trauma from my womb, I stopped carrying what wasn't mine and started hearing what was. And when the womb is clear, it becomes a transmitter, a channel, a knowing, the oracle. I don't claim to know everything, but I am remembering everything that I wasn't told. And the truth is a frequency I can't unhear. And I'm helping women just like you remember what they forgot also.
What can I do to heal my trauma?
I'm offering a masterclass on nourishment101.com where we go into detail on all of this. You should sign up. It's 2 days, and it'll give you some much needed clarity.
Let's talk about ascension symptoms, bruh. So when I talk about ascension symptoms, if you don't know what ascension is, it's basically when your consciousness raises or the vibration of the earth raises and your vibration raises with it. So your body starts to change, your mind starts to change, your energy starts to change. Or if there's very strong energies on earth or like shifts astrologically on earth that you are dealing with and how your body reacts to it, especially if you're vibrating at that frequency or if you are ascending to meet earth at that vibration. Now you get it, that probably was confusing, but I'm finna tell y'all some of the symptoms. When it comes to ascension, you can have symptoms in multiple different ways. You will have physical symptoms, like bodily symptoms that you can notice. You'll have mental symptoms. You'll have energetic symptoms. It's just different ways that it'll go. You know what I'm saying? As far as the physical symptoms, which are the ones that I feel like I experience a lot mentally, I feel like I'm always literally mentally leveling up, like changing. My mind is rapidly changing, which is something, but there are times where it gets stronger, but I'm gonna get into that. First things first, physical ascension symptoms. One of the biggest ones for me is my sleep. Growing up, I had crazy insomnia because I had crazy dreams in my sleep when I was really young, like feel like I was connected, but we ain't gonna get into that. After that, like growing up, I would have crazy insomnia, but I can get into a regular sleep pattern. And recently I noticed that, what the hell? Hold on. It was some weird type of drone. I don't know what that was. But anyways, y'all. Yeah, like I realized for me, headaches, a big one. I'll get really fatigued, like I'll be really tired or restless. Like, and even then, your energy levels can be unregulated. So like you'll feel a really random burst of energy, like you'll feel really energetic, like you want to do this, that, and third, you got so much energy, hit with a hard crash. Or also something that's common for me, feeling fatigue, like feeling like I want to stay calm and I'm like kind of drained energetically, just tireder or like fatigued, but restless, being like I feel fatigued but I'm not tired, like I'm not sleeping, I can't sleep, which is another one. Like when we were going into April, my Ascension symptoms were crazy. It was like 3 or 4 days I was going on almost no sleep. Like I was trying my hardest. I was taking my sleeping supplements, all type of stuff. I also think my mom was in fight or flight mode. I don't know what happened, but that's a whole nother thing. But yes, and then I realized what was going on astrologically the first couple weeks of April. And then I realized, like, dang, this is an Ascension symptom. Another one is having like bodily aches, like random bodily aches. Headaches are another one for me. Feeling like a tightness around your crown, or like feeling like you just got like random headaches and you keep having headaches, and it's like, oh, I don't feel like this is just like there's nothing going on in my health. Like I have ate, I am hydrated, I am rested. So why am I having headaches? It's probably an Ascension symptom. Another one is feeling dizziness or feeling floaty, feeling like, I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. It's like almost euphoric. That's another thing. That's euphoric, but that goes more into the emotional side. I'm gonna get into that after. But yeah, those two. Also, waking up at random times. Like I said, your sleep schedule will just get random. You start waking up 3, 4, 5 in the morning, or you can't sleep till 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, or just like I said, a dysregulated sleeping schedule. Heart palpitations, like just feeling like fluttering in the chest for whatever reason, like consistent fluttering in the chest. I'm not saying if you feeling like that and you feel like it has something to do with your actual health, go get that checked out. You know what I'm saying? Don't look over there. But most times I realize that's happened to me multiple times, and every time I look back at it, I was going through a huge change. And anytime I would try to go to the doctors and see what's going on, they would always say that like there was nothing wrong with my heart. Like it's nothing going on with my heart. Another physical one is appetite. You either get really, really hungry, or you lose your appetite almost completely. Like you want to eat very light all of a sudden, like you're not that hungry at all. I noticed that when my cycle comes and I'm dealing with the since when your cycle comes, you go through like a what's the word? Like a different feeling anyway. Let me say that. Like its own rebirth. And with that, I realized every time my cycle comes, I'm never hungry. Like not the first day, like not the first couple of days. My appetite is always way lighter. It's almost like my body don't want anything. It just want to, do what it do. And last but not least, hearing ringing in the ear. A lot of ringing in the ear, or sound sensitivity, like being very sensitive to sounds. Those were for the physical. Now let's get into the emotional Ascension symptoms. Emotional Ascension symptoms can come in waves, and it can be very confusing, and it can be very intense for a lot of people. Sometimes it'll come in like crying spells where like you just crying really hard and you don't know why. Sometimes it can come in like anxiety, like you can just get really fearful out of nowhere and you don't know why. You're like, what am I scared of? Like your anxiety is just rushing. It's going up or it's going down. It's going up, it's going down. And you have no reason to be anxious. Sometimes you'll get a lot of anger about things, and then most times it's so that you can release it. That's what it is when you're ascending. Your body traps trauma anyways, so your DNA is changing. When you're ascending, your vibration is like raising, so certain things cannot exist where you are existing anymore if you want to go there. So like if you're crying a lot, or you ran and you don't understand why, or you feeling like you're dissociated a lot, or you feel ungrounded, or you feel like out of place in similar environments, like you can feel out of place at home, or a place that you always go, or being around people you're always around, you start to feel out of place or disconnected in a sense. You probably get hypersensitive this time, or like emotionally raw around this time. And another thing, you might be seeking solitude for whatever reason. You just really want to be left alone. You don't want to be around anybody, or you feel like you're getting extra bothered when you're around people, or like I said, bro, you just are craving solitude. Now let's move on to like the mental ascension symptoms, or like the consciousness ascension symptoms. One of them is like brain fog. Like that's a very common one, I feel like, for me, or like brain fog, or feeling like your brain is just working differently than how it was just, because when it started happening, it's like that. Or feeling just disoriented. Another one is like time, like your perception of time is getting like really crazy. It's like either time is moving extremely fast or it's moving extremely slow, or a mixture of both. And like time just don't feel real. Time ain't real. But like what you would usually feel like, oh, an hour passed, don't feel like an hour. You see what I'm saying? Either really fast, really short. Like 5 hours will go by and you feel like it's been 5 minutes. That's pushing, but you know what I mean. Forgetting a lot of things, having random intuitive downloads, like having like very strong intuitive downloads, starting to question everything in your life, questioning what you want to do with your, just questioning things a lot is another common one. Vivid dreams, or like symbolic dreams, coming a lot. And last but not least, your synchronicities go through the roof. You're seeing angel numbers like crazy. You're seeing 444 a lot. You're seeing 777 a lot. You're seeing 333 a lot. Or you're just having synchronicities pop out to you way stronger than usual. You probably already be going through this, but it started just being enhanced. And as far as energetically go or spiritually goes, it's different things. Like you can start having tinkling in your hands, tinkling in the feet, or like buzzing in the spine, tingling in the spine, in the feet, and the hands. My feet are tingling right now as we speak, actually. And now I think about last night, I got extremely hot out of nowhere. But I'm autistic as well. That's another thing that like people who are neurodivergent go through a lot, where they're like get really hot or get really cold. So it's like heightened intuition and heightened psychic awareness, feeling like, oh, you're just way more in tune right now. You feel like I said with the synchronicity and stuff, like you're getting confirmation on questions, or you're just getting strong intuitive feelings, or you're feeling like your spiritual abilities are just more enhanced. Your empathy goes up, and that's why a lot of us start feeling like we just want solitude, because you can feel the energy off of people a lot more. For whatever reason, you're starting to genuinely just feel it a lot more, and you probably already do that, but it's at a higher scale. Randomly wanting to detox, and this can be from people, this can be from foods, this can be from things that you like, okay, just randomly feeling like, oh, I need to leave that alone, or maybe I should start eating healthier, or maybe I should stop eating that, or maybe I should stop hanging around this person, maybe I need to be alone. You just start detoxing your life in multiple ways. And the last but not least symptom is feeling as if there's something big changing in your life, but there's nothing physically changing yet. You don't know what it is that is happening or what change is going on, but you feel it. And you have this feeling like something is big is changing, like something big is happening, but you can't put your finger on it yet. That's one. Follow me for more. Don't be a hater, man. I'll put y'all on. Comment below which ones you're going through. Like, share, comment. Look.
Here are 11 surprising physical symptoms of a spiritual awakening. Many are called family, but few are chosen. And I believe there is a mass spiritual awakening that's happening right now. Understanding that life is so much more than what we see. And when we decide to jump into that world, there's an awakening. When you open that third eye, it rocks you to your core. Here are the signs. Let's get into it. Number 1, headaches. Number 2, night sweats, changes in body temperature. Number 3, fatigue. Spiritual awakening is an exhausting process. Number 4, digestive issues. Number 5, vivid dreams or visions. It's almost like it's real. Number 6, heightened senses that deepen your connection to the world. Number 7, synchronicities, like seeing repeated numbers over and over again, or thinking of someone and then you see them or you get a message from them. It's not a coincidence. Number 8, heart flutters. Number 9, appetite changes. Number 10, joyful, spontaneous movements of your body. Number 11, an unusual desire to isolate.
You're not imagining things. Yes, these things are really happening. You are seeing these things. You are not paranoid in any way. The veil is thin, especially for people who have been doing the work. Your gifts that you already have, Now you're starting to physically see the signs because you're starting to believe and trust in yourself and your intuition and your divinity and the gifts that you've already had, as well as being gifted with additional ones as well, because now you're opening your third eye. And the reality is, I stopped that at 33 because I wanted to make sure the video was saving. And literally 333, some of you guys could be seeing 333. I want you to understand that that flicker of light that you see, okay, the scratches on your nose, the scratches on your crown, that flutter you feel in your stomach, on your solar plexus, that is literally telling you, yes, confirmation, literally. So trust what you're feeling. The synchronicities, the repeated numbers, pay attention. And a lot of the times people just think like angel numbers and things like that are literally just repeated numbers. No. If you even have a thought in that moment where you question something, look at the time and look it up. Your spiritual team, Most High, your ancestors are literally working with you, at this time. And the more that you open your eyes and say, listen, I don't believe in coincidences, because nothing is a coincidence. It can even be as subtle as, maybe your kids are saying something that they had no knowledge of, that's in relation to something that you've seen as a confirmation. And you're like, yeah, the veil is always thinner for children. So yeah, those animals you keep seeing that same cat, you keep seeing cats in general, that bird you keep seeing, listen, that squirrel that's in your yard, them birds chirping, them flies trying to monitor you, okay? Flies is monitoring spirits. Pay attention. A lot of things are, especially as you continue to dive deeper, it's like a whole new world, and you're tapping into that. But this is what you've already been gifted. You had the gift of sight. It was more so taking those rose-colored glasses off and say, wait, I can see. And remember, your solitude may make people feel uncomfortable, but that's okay, because you're in alignment. You're in alignment and you're focused on what you want to do, right? And where you're going in terms of your path. This is where you're being divinely guided. So you have to be locked in. And a lot of the times when people do not understand that solitude by choice does not mean loneliness, it means that you are locked in. You're choosing peace over chaos or over, multiple energies. And a lot of you may even resonate with being chosen ones. So you may have got the flutter confirmation. I have a lot of chosen ones that be watching these videos. So if you know that you literally are one, a lot of the times, baby, you never felt like you fit in anywhere because you weren't supposed to. Your weirdness was never weirdness. It was your ability to see through the veil. And a lot of the times, your gifts will not be celebrated if they trigger people's wounds or things that they're repressing, right? You being able to be a seer and seeing through things can be very intimidating to people that live in illusions. And this is why a lot of chosen ones tend to go through so many things, or they're just like, why do I have this battle, or whatever the case may be. Listen, lock in. And I also still have my guide up there, the Chosen One Survival Guide, Divinely Guided. It is on my link in my bio, and this is my only page as well. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, you can click the link in my bio. But aside from that, I need you to realize, please, this is my only page. I will never DM you for any readings or anything like that. I do not believe in those things. We don't chase alignment, we let it flow. So if you ever receive a DM, it's not from me. If you want to book a reading with me, you click the link in my bio. Aside from that, please watch out for fraudulent accounts, because again, a distraction.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay in tune with new posts and content. Rise higher, shine brighter, and remember, your soul has wings. See you in the next video. Ashe.